presentation with charts and all that sort of stuff, but I got stuck playing poker with Berwick and the guys. We finished at 2 o'clock very drunk, so. And I didn't want to confuse people because I've only got 20 minutes, so I don't want to stand here and talk about EMAs and trade indicators and all sorts of stuff. I would rather sit here and discuss the mistakes that people make when they're trading, because my aim at Cryptogasmic is to educate people. Do we have any traders here? Who's interested in trading crypto and they want to get better at it? Right? How many of you seem to buy something, the minute you buy it, it falls down? Right? The minute you sell it, it goes up. Right? That's 90% of the people. Okay? 90% of the people lose at cryptocurrency trading. So when I first got into crypto back in 2013, whenever it was, I had no idea about trading. And I watched my money go up, and I thought I was so smart. Anybody who wanted to listen, I'd be in the bar, look at my blockfolio. I started with this, and watched it go up. I wasn't smart, I was lucky. But then I wanted more. So I got on these Telegram trade signals, you know, where buy here, sell here, and every day we nailed this one. We got 900% in the last 2 days, and I'm like, yeah, all right, let's go. So suddenly my, 30 Bitcoin or whatever it was I started with became 29 Bitcoin. Became 28 Bitcoin, following these certain people's signals without actually knowing what I was doing. So I wasn't investing, I was gambling, right? So if you don't know what you're doing, you're gambling, right? So you've got to actually learn the rules of the game that you're in, right? It's like anything. I'm not going to get in a ring with Mike Tyson if I don't know how to box. He's going to kick my ass, okay? And the market is just a game, so I'm not here today to talk about the fundamentals and the privacy and all that sort of stuff. There's plenty of guys with a lot more knowledge than me. All I know is I started with a certain amount of crypto, made a lot of crypto, lost some. I took 6 months out because I wanted to work it out. I was like, why am I losing? I'm doing what the guy says, and he's a master trader, right? He makes all this money, and he's got 3,000 people paying him half a Bitcoin. I was in the Telegram groups, and they're all putting up memes, and I was like, guys, can we get serious? Like, every trade, I'm losing money here. What's going on? So I took 6 months out, and I just studied. I got ADD, so when I'm into something, boom, I'm right there. So I kind of studied lots of different methods, different things. Some worked, some didn't, and I kind of put together my own way of trading. And what I realized is it's purely an emotional market that just goes up and down, and it's all emotions. And you'll see a lot of people on, I do trade analysis for a lot of Facebook groups and stuff like that, and I'll put up some kind of analysis, and you'll get somebody who will reply with the Bart Simpson strategy, or, TA sucks, okay. And basically, it doesn't suck. It can make you a lot of money if you understand, because if you don't trade with knowledge, you're going to get wrecked. So the number one mistake that I see from people is they actually don't know what they're doing, right? So I went away, and that was me. So I went away, I learned, and the only time I started making money trading crypto was when I started doing my own trades, right? So, and then out of that, in the Telegram groups I was doing my charts and stuff like that, and they ended up kicking me out of the group. I was too serious. So I went and started my own group with, 3 people. I was a joke in the other group. Now we've got like 3,000 members a year later, 1.5 years later. Our membership platform's got 450 paid yearly members. And we teach people how to trade crypto for yourself. So when I do send a signal, you can agree with it, disagree with it, but it's your own decision. So what are the mistakes people make? So these people that say the market is too volatile for crypto, TA doesn't work. Complete opposite. Because it's so volatile and so emotional, right? You need TA, because if you get caught up in the emotions, you're gonna get wrecked. Same with falling in love with your crypto, right? I love crypto, I want it to take over the world, the blockchain, everything, but for me, right now, it's purely a vehicle for me to make money, to live the lifestyle that I want to live. I want to fly business class, I like to do that sort of stuff. I like to go to nice restaurants, I've got to pay my rent. My ex-wife used to like nice shit, too much nice shit. So basically, don't fall in love with your coin. You know, buy the dip and hodl is the worst strategy I've ever heard in my life. And anybody ever says to, I said, how do you invest or how do you trade? I buy the dip and I hodl. Oh really? So you bought the dip of Bitcoin from 20,000 to 16,000 and hodled. How did that work out? Right? Not very well. So I have a strategy where I cash in my trades, profit is profit, and I look at it from more of an investment point of view. There is no other vehicle where you can trade that we've ever had an opportunity with like crypto. I'll give you an example. I've kind of been out of the market for the last 2 months. I do regular video updates and stuff like that. And I've been saying to my members, I'm out of the market for now. I've got a kind of funny feeling and looking at some things that, you know, I personally think we're going to see 2,400 again at some point. And, you know, I'm staying out for now. The only trades that I'm in, and this was, I think I sent the signal out around about the 5th of January. I'm going to accumulate Litecoin between $30 and $33, and I'm going to accumulate Ethereum between 100 and 105. So we sat on that for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Everybody started, you know, come on, it's not moving, I'm going to sell. And then bang, off it went. We made 18% on each trade, right? People aren't patient enough to wait 3 weeks to make 18%. Are you kidding me? Right? Because they let their emotions get involved. Any investors here, any people that are into investing and long-term making money, you know, you go and buy real estate as an investment, and you're happy to make anywhere from 8 to 12, 6 to 10% per annum. But then you've got to pay the taxes and all that sort of crap. We're making 18% on a trade, and you can't wait 3 weeks. Set the target for $43, according to the Fibonacci lines and a few other, you know, previous price history. And bang, I think you hit $43, $44. Let me come to the mistake number 2 that everybody makes. They don't take their profits when the profit's there, right? And if they do and it keeps going, they're pissed off. You know, they take it out at 43 and it goes to 49. God damn, I should have kept it in there. So it's because of all this emotion, what makes it so easy to make money from trading crypto. So if you really, really want freedom, and freedom is different for everybody, it could be just making some extra cash to take your wife to dinner. Happy Valentine's Day, actually, everybody. And for those people who are single, happy Valentine's Day to yourself, because you should love yourself more than anything. All right, so, I don't know, take yourself out tonight. Go watch a nice movie. Make love to yourself. I got ADD, I go on these tangents all the time. I'm really sorry, guys. I will rope it back in. So you've got to take your profits, right? The market is volatile, and that's not a bad thing. Any poker players in the room? Right, you want to sit at a table where everybody's just check, raise, check, raise. You want action. And man, we got action in crypto trading. Right, so I'm telling you, if you know what you're doing and you want to become the 10% that win in crypto, it can be whether it's just to make enough money to take your wife for dinner, buy yourself some nice things, or create a whole new lifestyle for yourself, where you're sitting on the beach just trading. And I don't scalp trade, I'm not one of these every 15 tips. I like to play the bigger moves. So I always take profit when the profit is there. When Bitcoin was sitting on the 200 EMA from June, so the exponential moving average, the long term, was going like this from June, and it would hit at 5,800, 5,900, it would bounce to 7,000, 5,800. It could do that for the rest of my life and I'd be happy. But at some point it became resistance. So what my strategy is, I always take profit when the profit is there, with no emotions. My buy zone, I set my targets according to some technical analysis. Previous price points, guys, are very, very important in trading. If you go back and you look at your trading view, and you just draw a simple line across a certain really sort of strong point where things accumulate or get support or resistance, it'll blow your mind about how many times those points get revisited again, right? It is really easy to find points to get out of a trade in crypto. Ridiculously easy, right? And again, I didn't bring this because you can't be done in 20 minutes. But it can be done in 5 one-hour lessons or 6 one-hour lessons. And and you're off doing it yourself. It's very, very easy. So the mistakes people make, they get too emotional, they fall in love with the fundamental of their coin. I don't trade fundamentals at all, and I don't trade news. Does anybody trade the news? You get the news and you trade? Big mistake. Ethereum was under $100, going under 80. Everyone was saying it was dead. That was the news. I said, buy more of the shit. I couldn't get enough of it under $100. It's not going anywhere. And, you know, there's 125 today. I mean, I don't know, what's that? It's like 30, 40% profits right there. There's 2,000 coins to trade. I'm only sticking with the main top coins for now, because when the shit does hit the fan, I'd rather be holding a bag of Dash or Litecoin or Bitcoin rather than a bag of Music Coin or Dogecoin or Dentacoin, you know what I mean? Like, so you got to kind of think about taking profits. So what I do with my trades is when I hit my targets, depending on the coin, I'll cash in 70 or 80% US dollars, and I'll stack 20 or 30% of the coin. Trade it again, stack. So I am buying dips and hodling, but I'm doing it properly, and I'm also cashing out. And then diversifying. We were just talking backstage about buying some blocks of silver, right? So for those people that hodl long term, that's great, fine. But it is one emotional cycle. It's just an emotional cycle that goes over and over. The great thing about crypto, and if you go back and you look at the lifetime chart of gold, same emotional cycle, but it takes like 35 years to play out. Right? Crypto, we get that in 6 months. So that's the amazing thing about it. You really can make a lot of money, but you've got to have a strategy for both ways. So the big mistakes, people get too emotional. You can't trade with emotions. It's got to be on the paper, on the screen. What you see, you know, use the information, make a decision, put the pieces together. Don't fall in love with the fundamental of your coin from a trading purpose. Always take profits, right? And if you take it out at 20% and it goes up another 30%, don't chase it again, just go, okay, but don't get upset, right? You just made 20%. So I've got a couple of minutes left, and I mean, there's so much more I could get into, but those are the basic mistakes. If anybody's interested more in learning how to trade, learning how to make money, my website is cryptogasmic.com. It's a pretty easy name to remember. I've got some business cards. I'll be out the front if anybody wants to come and say hello. I can talk about this stuff all day long. But the reality is, guys, if you want to live free or you want to make some extra money, right, learn properly how to chart your own trades, right? This is how we starve the beast. We make them irrelevant, right? We make our own money. We set up our own offshore companies around the place. We go live on the beach, in the mountain, or whatever. Or maybe for you, it's just to make some extra money, to do some extra stuff. Everybody's different. But it can be done. Has anybody got any questions for me in the last 1.5 minutes? Yes?
Are you out in the open using exchanges and stuff? What about privacy or the man not taking her cut?
I use Bittrex and Bitfinex. A lot of people now use Binance or Binance, I don't even know how you say it properly. And I just treat it, as far as the fees go, it doesn't bother me really, because it's the same as if you trade in Forex or any other. It's just exactly the same on the exchange. From a privacy point of view, again, for me, it doesn't really bother me. As I said, I'm in 6 or 7 different places. So that would be an each person's individual thing, but I don't keep a lot of money on the exchange, only the money I want to trade with. And then if I take out my trade and I'm stacking some Litecoin, I'll go and put it on my wallet. I do not use Trezor or Nano. I think they're oversized USB sticks. I want master keys for every wallet I've got, not a set of separate, not a set of C words, but we can talk about that later. But yeah, the exchange is just there as a vehicle. They're rigged, they're manipulated, they charge a bit of money, but it's no different to Forex or any of those other kind of things. I hope that answers. Hey. Yeah, every month. I take some money every month to live. I use the money. No, into US dollars, into my Mexican bank account. Yeah. The fees that I charge? There's a free membership. We have a Telegram group, which is really good with a couple of thousand people on it. If you're on Telegram, you can find Cryptogasmic on there, so it's a free chat room. I also give private one-on-one classes over Zoom. We have group classes, the membership. We charge is 0.1 Bitcoin per year. at the moment, so it's like $300, $350. Training video, by the time you finish with the training videos, you're able to chart everything. We do weekly private lessons with the VIP members, and we try to give really good, all the things I didn't like about the other groups and the other signal groups and stuff like that, I try to fix that. So I think I got time for one more and that's it. Yes? My best trade ever was a coin that doesn't even exist right now. I think it was called Rise. Was it Rise? Doesn't exist anymore, it got delisted. No, sorry, a coin called Yo-Yo. Right? Bought it at 25 cents, had a target of $1, it went there within about 20 minutes. Right? Cashed out, left some money in there, went back to 25 cents, went to $1 again like the next day. 2 times. So that was pretty good. But there's quite a few. In the bull market, we were making 50 to 100% trades. Right? Everybody was getting used to that. So another mistake people make is not realizing where they are in the cycle. So you've got to see where we are in the cycle now, and sometimes you've got to take 5%, sometimes you get 100%. So right now I'm a lot more conservative with my targets, and I'm just happy to take profits. Thank you for your time, guys. Please enjoy the conference, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.
Anarchapulco, it's so hype, I'm trying to tell ya. This the event of the year and best vacation ever. Ron Potter, Jeffrey Tucker, just to name a few. Get your tickets, you don't wanna miss it. You should roll through, talking politics to health and self-improvement to investing. So many things, not one thing. Learn how to live life unchained, yeah. 4 days vibing on the beach, time to connect. All about growth, way more than a conference. This is Anarchapulco, yeah. Let's go.
You ain't seen nothing yet.